In this social media-ravaged world, it's difficult for anyone to form meaningful social connections. This is especially true for Sigma males, who are often neglected, misunderstood, and do not get the social attention and recognition they need. Unlike most people, they prefer deep, individual connections rather than shallow relationships with large groups, and this can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this video, we're going to talk about the unique characteristics of Sigma males and why they may have a harder time making friends. But don't worry, we're not here to judge. We're here to understand and explore. 1. Sigma males value true friendship, not superficial things. Sigma males understand that building strong and lasting friendships is not just about having many social media followers or the number of likes one receives. A true friendship is much more than this. It is built on respect, trust, and selflessness. Respect means treating others as you would like to be treated, taking into consideration the feelings, thoughts, and emotions of each individual involved. Trust is something that develops over time based on honesty and reliability. Trusting someone means that even when they're not around, you are sure they have your best interests at heart. Lastly, selflessness is key to a healthy relationship. It involves putting the needs of others before your own. Sigma males realize that these things are more important than any superficial elements in life, such as the number of followers or likes one has on social media. By valuing these noble traits within a friendship, Sigma males can develop genuine connections with people for life. 2. Sigma males are very independent and don't need anyone's approval to feel good about themselves. This independence and self-belief can make them highly successful in their pursuits, but it can also lead to them having fewer friends. Sigma males are not as concerned with the opinions of others, making them less likely to seek out social connections or rely on the support of others. Additionally, their focus on achieving their own goals can make them less available for socializing and building friendships. However, this independence and self-reliance also allows them to take risks, try new things, and constantly stride forward in life without fear of judgment from others, which ultimately provides great advantages in life. 3. Sigma males are not afraid to speak their truth, even if it goes against the grain. This is the reason why they have fewer friends than those who may choose to go along with the crowd. For these individuals, having a few close relationships with people who understand and accept them is worth more than having shallow relationships that do not provide any real substance. For example, when Sigma males are in a room filled with people who all agree on something, they will still voice their own opinion, even if it goes against what everyone else has said. This may lead to discomfort and tension in the room and can cause others to keep their distance from them out of fear of being exposed as wrong or out of step with the group's expectations. However, this does not mean that Sigma males cannot form meaningful connections. Because they value understanding and authenticity over conformity, Sigma males often have deeper and more rewarding relationships with those few who understand and accept them for who they are. 4. Sigma male are fiercely loyal to their beliefs and principles, even if it means standing alone. For example, a Sigma male may refuse to participate in unethical business practices at work, even if it means losing his job. Another example could be a Sigma male choosing to pursue a career in a field that he is passionate about, despite the financial insecurity it may bring. This can be hard on Sigma males, as maintaining this level of loyalty often results in having few friends or social connections. They may feel isolated and misunderstood as a result, but they persist in order to honor their own values. Their intense dedication to their personal convictions makes them some of the most relentless individuals around, but it can also lead to sacrificing relationships along the way. For example, a Sigma male may choose to end a long-term relationship if he feels that his partner's values do not align with his own. Despite this struggle, these men remain steadfastly loyal to who they are and stay determined in the pursuit of their goals without wavering. As a result, Sigma males tend to have strong convictions about who they are and fight for their own paths instead of succumbing to external pressures or societal expectations. 5. Sigma male knows that not everyone will like or understand them, and they're okay with that. This is because a Sigma male does not feel the need for external validation from anyone else but themselves. Their own self-confidence radiates from within them and helps them stand strong against any criticism. Rather than be overly concerned with what other people think, Sigma males focus on finding opinions from within themselves and forging their own paths in life. Sigma males often appear to be cool and aloof, which can lead people to believe they are being arrogant or socially distant. But this is simply not the case. A Sigma male merely has boundaries when it comes to allowing new people into their lives and giving away personal information. They do this as a way of protecting their innermost thoughts, feelings, and vulnerabilities. Additionally, their private nature also helps limit distractions that keep them focused on becoming the best version of themselves possible while avoiding social drama or gossip. This sense of self-reliance allows a Sigma male to be more successful than others who seek external validation, such as friendships, as it gives them total control over the direction of their lives. 6. Some people find Sigma males to be intimidating. This can be seen as unapproachable and even off-putting, which leads to Sigma males having few friends and being excluded from social circles. However, this is not a reflection of their true character. In fact, they are incredibly loyal, respectful of boundaries, and highly committed. They demonstrate great emotional intelligence by understanding the feelings of those around them and providing support when needed. They bring a strong work ethic that enables them to excel in any task they put their mind to. Once one takes the time to get acquainted with the Sigma male's qualities, it becomes obvious why many find them interesting and rewarding friendships to have. 7. They're not always the best at communicating their feelings, which can sometimes lead to misunderstandings with friends. For example, a Sigma male may not respond to a friend's text message asking how they're feeling, leading the friend to assume that the Sigma male is upset or angry, when in fact, they're just busy and didn't have time to respond. Sigma males may also have trouble connecting with others on an emotional level, which can make socializing difficult for them. A Sigma male may avoid social situations where emotions need to be discussed or shared because it makes them uncomfortable, which can lead to others feeling isolated and misunderstood. Being afraid of being misunderstood or judged can prevent us from forming meaningful connections with others. To avoid this, it's essential to be aware of manipulation tactics that may be used in all relationships. For this reason, I highly recommend watching this video about 7 dirty ways women try to manipulate Sigma males for a valuable perspective on maintaining healthy relationships.